What's good, YouTube? Sainsy3 here to give an update, if you will. I just reread the first 300 chapters or so of One Piece, reread from the start of Romance Dawn to the end of Skypiea, because I felt that I wanted to do another One Piece theory video, and so I wanted to go back and reread some of the stuff and see if I had any different feelings about One Piece after rereading it. Not any negative feelings, because I obviously loved One Piece before that, but see if anything changed now that I'm a little older, if I find any characters more likable, different, yada yada yada. So, yeah, let's get started. So as far as characters though, Zoro is still my favorite Straw Hat. Ace is still my favorite character, even with the little screen time that he's had. But Nami and Usopp are surprisingly high, and I was shocked because they're witty, funny, resourceful. Backstories are great. If I had to choose one over the other, I'd probably prefer Nami over Usopp, but Usopp himself he's an awesome character. I thought I wouldn't like him because he's the sort of type to ditch his friends even in a serious fight, but I don't mind that. I like that, actually. It makes them funny. I think it gives them character, and I don't mean like strong character. It gives them like personality. That's what I mean. And yeah, I really do appreciate his character overall. I enjoy it a lot. And the only whack thing that I think that concerns him is probably the whole thing in Syrup Village where he breaks up his little Syrup Village pirate band with those kids, and I'm just like, oh, come on, you're like 16, or well, yeah, 16, 17, 19, I don't know, 18, somewhere anywhere from 16 to 20, and you're like crying with like a bunch of like little kids because you don't have your make-believe pirate crew anymore. I don't know, that was just kind of whack, but everything else I like. Nami's awesome. I like her fighting style. I like her backstory. I like her cunning, her connivingness, how she could betray people, her past. Speaking about her past, Bell-mère is tied with her as one of my favorite characters in all of One Piece so far, so yeah, definitely Arlong Park was a definite, it was really, really fucking good. And yeah, as far as characters, those are the ones that are like relatively high on my list. Kureha is there, Hiluluk is there, Bell-mère obviously is there, like I just said. Smoker I like a lot more. I used to give him crap, but nah, he's good now. Kobe I like. Thought he was a pretty interesting character very early on. And Sanji and Chopper I like about the same. Luffy too, I would say. I like Shanks. I love Norland. Norland's one of my favorite characters. Ohm is cool. Ohm is like one of the henchmen under Enel. Gendatsu. And my favorite arcs so far are Skypiea and Alabasta, though I might slightly out of bias choose Skypiea, maybe. Only because I like the henchmen more, and I thought that they left more of an impression on me. And I just thought that it's not that they were written better, I just thought that they were better utilized in their arcs, because it was like a small group. It's that whole philosophy of like how you have like a small cast of characters that you can characterize them more, right? And I thought we got that with the 4 priests in Skypiea. Whereas with Baroque Works, I don't think we got a whole lot, except with Mr. 2. Mr. 1 was cool, Miss Golden Week was cool, Miss Doublefinger was cool, or Thursday, whatever their names were. They were a good villainous organization, but I think I prefer Enel over Crocodile, which surprised me, because usually I don't like God Complex characters, but Enel was just so laid back and funny and lazy, and I love that. Like he's my favorite villain in the first 300 chapters so far. Probably, yeah. I'm thinking about it now. Well, maybe Rob Lucci might be above him, but Enel, Rob Lucci, who else? Kikomoria probably not. Even though I like him, but well, sort of like him, but it's kind of like a Frieza, if you will. Yeah, Enel, Lucci. Magellan maybe is up there? I don't know. Yeah, probably Enel and Lucci are my favorite villains in One Piece now. I think about like all the arcs, but definitely right now Enel's my favorite villain. And yeah, my favorite arcs are Skypiea and Alabasta, and then probably Arlong beneath that. One arc that I didn't really see too much of the hype behind, though, was Baratie. I know a lot of people like Baratie, but to me that just wasn't... I mean, it was a good arc. It just wasn't like the perfect, oh my god, so amazing arc that people were making it out to be. And that's primarily because many people praised Gin. And Gin, to me, I don't think was that good. That's just my honest opinion. And that's because I just didn't get him. So, like, first of all, the idea that he thinks that, and I was talking about this with Zoro Fanboy, so the fact that he thinks that Krieg wouldn't try to take over the Baratie, even though he's his first mate, I thought was very stupid, especially because Krieg's his signature technique, if you will, for doing this sort of stuff is that he pretends to be weak so that he can conquer what he wants. He uses deception, right? And even like I think it was like a chef in Baratie or some civilian who was eating there at the time. They noted this, like they knew this, but Gin was surprised that he decided to do that, and so that was weird. What was even weirder than that, though, was that he decided to still follow him. And so he still decides to follow him, and maybe it's like a pirate code or whatever. And he's getting ready to kill Sanji when they fight, but then he goes like, "I can't kill him." So then it's just another like, what the fuck? First of all, you go along with what your captain says because it's some pirate code. Okay, fine. But now you don't want to do it. And then at the end of the arc, you leave with Krieg anyway. It's just... I don't understand it. And maybe... And it seems like other people do, so maybe it's just... I don't know if that's because they actually understand it or because they're being biased towards their favorite series, but I just don't think he's good. I can't understand him. I just can't understand him. I don't have to agree with him. I just need to understand his character. And I can't do that. I don't get like why he did what he did. So, and I also thought like Sanji like feeding Krieg, even though he knew that Krieg would try to take over Baratie, that was kind of dumb. Especially because he knew how much Zeff treasured Baratie. And he still tried to like feed him, even though he knew Krieg was going to take the Baratie away for himself. Like, nah. I think that was really dumb. But other than that, I liked the arc. I liked Luffy versus Krieg. I liked the strategy with the whole bridge and the mast and the poison bullets and all that. That was cool. But yeah, Gin's Wood, I just don't... I just can't get it. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, that's why Baratie is not low, but relatively low, I would say, for me. In terms of my favorite arcs, like I like Syrup Village with Kuro more than I do Baratie. Even though Sanji's flashback was fucking awesome, I love that shit. But I don't know, I just couldn't wrap my hands around it. So yeah, I did want to do a theory. There's something about Luffy's characterization or his personality and his behavior kind of like changed for me after chapter 99. The Luffy dies, which I have a theory about that. I still want to collect more information before I put it out, but I don't know. He's like more louder and boisterous, and he wasn't really like that in the previous arcs before Logtown. So very interesting, very interesting. Like he was a lot more laid back and silent and kept to himself a little bit. Again, he wasn't like a loner, like say like Piccolo, like from Dragon Ball, but he wasn't. He didn't really talk a whole lot as he does now, which is I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but maybe it's just something that I noticed. Maybe not many other people noticed it, but yeah, it was just something that I noticed that was different with him for me. Gunfall is awesome. Norland, I love. Norland's one of my favorite characters. He's great, and yeah, Skypiea is still as great as I remember. I mean, it's still up there as my favorite arc. That might change with the reread, but we'll see. We'll see. But thank you guys for watching. I guess I'll give you an update whenever I catch up again. another 300 chapters now that I'm on the Foxy arc. So we'll see. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good night. Later.